Hey everyone, Kris from the Brothers Take here. Full disclosure, when they first showed Gotham Knights, that first gameplay reveal where Batgirl was on the Batcycle going through Gotham and everything was frozen and she was tracking down Mr. Freeze, I was super excited for this game. And even earlier this year, I made a top 10 most anticipated games of the year list. And Gotham Knights was my number one, even despite the fact that we've got God of War Ragnarok coming out this year and lots of other great games were on my list. Gotham Knights was my number one most anticipated. However, the more they've shown of this game, the less excited I've become to the point where now I am actually on the fence about whether this is a day one purchase for me or not, or a purchase at all. It went from what I thought was a really cool cinematic looking game to sort of more of like a mobile game on console. And that's I'm not trying to be rude. I really want to like this game. So what I'm hoping with this 16 minutes gameplay, the opening of the game, I'm hoping it wins me back over. I'm hoping that by the end of this, I'm like, yep, day one, let's buy it. But I wonder, this might be what really cements it for me. So I'm hoping it has that cinematic quality that we were first shown, and less of that, the just random side ups thing. Because I don't think that's the way to sell this game. I think the way to really sell this game, when we're invested in these kind of characters, is to invest us in the story. So we're going to check out the first 16 minutes of gameplay that IGN revealed there on YouTube and just see what they have to show for us.
IGN first for August is Gotham Knights, and we're kicking it off with the first minutes of gameplay. This section follows the prologue, which WB Montreal is still keeping secret, and will be the first time you take control of a character. After picking which knight you want to play as, this section serves to tutorialise some of the game's basic traversal and combat mechanics, as well as introduce you to the wider mystery taking place in Gotham following the death of Batman. Enjoy!
You want to break into the
cool, so it's probably not commentary true.
What if? Be my guest.
I decrypted the case Batman sent with his message. We should focus on that.
I looked it over, but did I get everything? It doesn't look complete. He says this has implications that could shake Gotham.
This looks a bit stilted. I wonder, is this... Do you move the camera around at each character? So you decide...
I saw a few places we should poke around.
Whose perspective to go from, because it's helping you choose which character to play as, maybe?
Dr. Langstrom. Anyone
Langstrom?
He's a zoologist at Gotham University.
That's Man-Bat.
Not sure what his connection is, though.
Man-Bat going in this game?
Let's divide up the work. We can meet at the Belfry when we're done.
That's interesting.
Get it up and running.
We do need to see more villains.
Who gets to talk to Langstrom?
Alright, should have shown you the stats. Alright, so this is where you confirm. After they've all spoke. Well, that was weird that it was going around and showing each name, unless you do control that with the analog. That's definitely just skipping something there. That's not the opening title, I can't imagine. An open world Gotham is always fun. So then I wonder, if you play as the other characters, is that animation slightly different? Or is it the same for all?
What do we know so far about this professor?
Kirk Langstrom. Judging by the half-finished file with the code black, Batman was digging into him hardcore.
Then I'll pick up where Batman left off.
Traversal looks cool. Oh, I like the artwork. Oh, that's sick. Environments are a big thing for me. This is already more appealing to me than watching those quick kind of character trailers where it's just showing them in action. Oh, that lighting off the sirens is cool. Really good. Really good stuff.
So we got a positive ID on this faculty dude, Kirk Langstrom.
Whoa!
Right. I'll call it in on the way to the morgue.
He's dead? Or is he going to turn into Man-Bat on the way. That'd be cool. It'd be cool to get a new version of Man-Bat. That was such a cool reveal in Arkham Knight. I hate to compare the two, but it's impossible not to as well.
Damn it.
That jump scare in Arkham Knight was so
Langstrom's
good, such a good
dead.
surprise.
Do we know where his office is?
Seriously? Crap. Well, our notes had his office on the 3rd floor of Molson Hall.
Got it.
Hey, grappling iron is always fun. Come on. I think a lot of people will jump into playing as those who wanted
Third floor
another
balcony's
Arkham game.
open.
Will probably play
Don't mind if I
Batgirl
do.
first because it's going to be the closest experience to
Body
playing
camera
as Batman
recording.
again. That's a cool owl. The lighting is standing out to me. The lighting is pretty solid. I am wondering why this is a next-gen
Here's his
exclusive now, though.
office.
A lot of this looks like it could have run last gen.
Hardly any police work here. Langstrom must have been killed somewhere else. Those marks look fresh.
Love all the detective stuff. That's cool. That is cool.
You find anything, Batgirl? So far, nothing here.
Our professor is very dead.
It is nice
But
that
you
it
know
feels
when I
like
find a crime scene.
Good.
whoever you play as, the others are doing something still. They're still active.
The real challenge will be getting
pretty
out
cool.
of here without the cops finding me.
Good luck.
That's a lot of damage.
It'd be cool if there was points where, like, Barbara has lower back pains and things, and she's kind of, because I know this is
must
like
be where Langstrom died.
post
The
Oracle.
cops cleared out of here way too fast.
The blood looks great.
Langstrom must have been working.
Ah, the
when
Grey
he was
Ghost
stabbed.
reference. That's amazing.
Significant blood loss here.
This is the kind of shit I needed to see.
Evidence of a struggle, then the attacker pinned him to the wall. They were merciless. Langstrom was dying, but he tried to get to that cabinet instead of the door. What was so important?
Not crazy on the voice acting.
A hidden door. What secrets were you keeping, Dr. Langstrom?
A little too light-hearted for the situation, especially if this is post Batman's death. Unless that hasn't happened yet.
Thermostat would be a clever place to hide a keypad. A microwave. I hope Langstrom wasn't combining burritos with genetic specimens.
That Grey Ghost
Langstrom
reference
made
is
sure
so
to
good.
remember those dates. I should too. A phone number, but that's not a Gotham area code. Could be useful.
This detective stuff is awesome.
Perfect. Time to see what Langstrom was so desperate to hide.
So a nice short and simple puzzle, but I suppose this is only the opening, so they have to ease you into it. I imagine some of the others will be more like look for clues around an entire room and not just on one desk. But man, I wonder what this is like co-op. This could be fun. We're bringing Man-Bat in. I wonder if they've taken any inspiration from... There was an animated movie around the Court of Owls where they had kind of a Court of Owls Man-Bat
Langstrom?
crossover.
What on earth were you up to?
So this could be that, actually.
That man's dead professor had some serious skeletons in his closet.
Is that a spider crab? Was he experiment on various animals before he landed on bats as an option? Miscellaneous specimens. This is cool.
Langstrom's workstation. I should take a closer look.
I like this top secret
Well,
lab.
hello there. A hard drive. I need to get this back to Belfry. Then I can figure out your secrets, Langstrom. Hey, on my way back, the cops overlooked a ton of evidence. Weird marks on the walls, and apparently Langstrom
There is kind of an
had a
animated
secret
series
lab.
vibe to the voice acting, actually.
Hopefully this
And maybe
hard
that's
drive
what
I
they're
found will
going
have
for.
more answers.
Great! Can't wait to get my hands on it.
Because these are the sidekicks. Apart from Red Hood, they wouldn't be as broody as say, Batman would be.
Great.
Look at these goons. What are they thinking? They're gonna get their ass kicked. There was something Harley Quinn-esque about that, and actually I'm looking at the costumes that they're wearing. They're kind of red and black. Are they Harley Quinn goons, maybe? Even the baseball bat? It's not something I thought before. I always thought these guys are maybe something to anarchy, but...
It's that girl. What's she doing here?
Tap square for melee, hold square for heavy melee, and tap circle to evade. The UI looks a lot cleaner now. I know the tutorial box is there, that'll obviously go away. But the UI looks a lot cleaner than it has done in some of their more recent showcases. I mean, that was pretty cool.
The freaks are here?
With Batman missing, gangs have become more
I like that she uses the tonfa as a weapon.
The freaks showed up.
It's cool.
Gotham needs to see that someone still cares. I'll take care of this.
I can't focus on torching this place with all that racket. Turn off the damn fire alarm up there. What?
I need to handle
Fun.
these guys before this gets any worse.
The stealth stuff is always fun. They're all freaks. Is freaks the name of their gang, or is the game just
You deserve a
calling
break.
these guys freaks for their behavior?
Quietly.
The average temperature that something lights on fire is between 424 and 475 Fahrenheit.
Who is she telling that to? Is she just stating that out to herself as an intro? Oh, I suppose she was telling this guy.
I'm a professor of setting stuff on fire.
Okay. I think these guys are pretty amateur criminals looking to get a bit of notice.
I can probably stay out of sight here.
This is a nice way of teaching the mechanics of the game. The other thing is it feels like a very disconnected event from what she was just investigating, as opposed to coming across people who were behind the murder. And maybe they are connected, but...
Sweet dreams.
You burn now, grass. No one will mow you ever again. Oh.
What are they even doing here?
Enjoying the fireworks.
Tap triangle for ranged attacks, and then hold triangle. Those combos could get really fun. I'd say this is a fun game to play for the combat. Once the RPG mechanics really kick in, I'd say it gets really fun.
Now that's just embarrassing.
This is terrible. It could bring the whole building down.
Whether they're bringing the villain down or not, it's still terrible. There's people in danger and damage to property. And
Can anyone hear me? Help! They won't let us go!
You knew how this was gonna end?
Nice. Her combat looks really fun. I really like the Tonfa weapon. I think it's cool. It's such a cool little nod at her relationship with her father. The sort of Gotham PD background.
Freaks, you gotta give more than this. Get it together, freaks. Come at me. I ain't scared.
Nice. There's a health pack. Oh, okay. So your health won't just recover and then you gotta actually look after it as you go through. Of course, there's a big dude with a shield.
Broken.
So this is to teach you about brute enemies, I guess.
See if you'll break too.
Get to safety. Go.
I like the classic bat symbol on the shield. That's pretty sick. This is one of those things that, like, it works for gameplay, but it seems slightly outlandish for just a gang of crooks. But then, it's Gotham City, so... Take him down! What are you doing? I do wonder what playing through this is like then when you've got two players. Like, does he run at one and the other can attack from behind maybe? Or, like, that totally changes up the dynamic of the fight, right? It's super interesting.
Firefighters and paramedics are on the way. Are you hurt?
I'm good. Looking forward to kicking back and decrypting this hard drive. Be there soon.
Cool. Alright. So that was the first 16 minutes of gameplay of Gotham Knights, as revealed as part of the IGN first. That was definitely the best look, I think, that we've seen of Gotham Knights since that first piece of gameplay where Batgirl was, you know, heading to the Elliot Memorial and taking on Mr. Freeze and all those goons. Now it's like a seesaw. So I was like super excited for it. Then I lost excitement for it with some of the stuff that was being shown that didn't really appeal to me. And now this was exciting to me again. I like the Kirk Langstrom stuff is super interesting. Is Man Bat going to be in this, or what kind of role does he play in terms of what was being investigated there? And I'm thinking about the possibilities now again of like what's that like if you play with a friend. I'm not brought back to that hype level that I was originally at, which was like, oh, my most anticipated game, day one purchase for me, give me more Batman mythology, right? But I am back to a level of being at least interested in it, which is great. And this is exactly what I needed to see, and I hope I see more of this. I hope they show more story-based segments and less of these just little quick kind of shots of the gameplay and quick little shots of just like the side op stuff, because I think that stuff that's just like additional to, but it's not the selling point of this game. I don't think. I think the selling point of this game is the intriguing story that they've set up, which is play as the sidekicks who are front and center in a Court of Owls story where Batman is dead. Like that to me is the selling point. That mystery should be the driving force of the marketing, really. That we are questioning all these mysteries too. And so what they've shown here has intrigued me far more than any of the kind of combat trailers that they've shown in the last, few months. So I'm definitely going to keep my eye on this again. It's back in my radar, and yeah, I'm excited to see more of this now. I'm excited to see if they show other segments before we get that October release. I'd say they will, even if it's just like one little showcase a month or something. Like, so we're in August now, so maybe if 2 more full months really of marketing leading up to this game. So yeah, I'd like to see more of it, and I'm curious to hear from you guys too. So let us know down in the comments your anticipation levels for this game. Is it a day one purchase for you? Are you super excited to see it? Are you not excited, and why? Share all your thoughts. Which player will you be playing as first? Batgirl, Red Hood, Nightwing, or Robin? Who is your Gotham Knight that you're jumping into first? Have you got a buddy who's going to jump in with you, and you already have it planned out? Or if you're not getting this game, tell us why. And if you enjoyed this, why not give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and ring the notification bell for all future content. And as more stuff comes out about Gotham Knights, I'm sure I'll be doing discussions on it. Thank you very much for checking this out. We'll see you in the next one.